All right, so now we've documented that. You know, we've been making slow progress on our gardening this year, and honestly, truly, it's not by design, but we're not stressing out over it because we just refuse to stress out over things this year. I'm refusing to do so. It's not the end of the world. It's okay, but we do have to get it finished, right? And so now we're going to try and finish the container gardening today. We've got a lot done, but we have a few more things to finish up. I'll show you what we have got done, how it's growing, and then how we're finishing it up. These tomatoes are looking outstanding. They're just beautiful tomatoes. Angela Kay got started for us this year. Here's this is Sun Gold, or I think this is the Sun Gold and this is the Sweetie. But these are 2 cherry tomatoes that look absolutely fantastic. They're grown so well, bushing out. Look at that, beautiful. These are some more tomatoes, Saucy Ladies. These are all Saucy Ladies. This is the fresher planted one because one got broke, and so we had an extra one, so we planted it. But they're looking outstanding, just beautiful tomato plants. A couple pepper plants right there, doing great. Green arrow, sweet peas, and these grub bags are doing wonderful. Onions are up there, coming along. Potatoes are looking good, coming up. We got them planted a little bit late, so they still got a ways to go. Broad beans, what these are? Broad beans or fava beans, whatever you want to call them. They're doing great. We've gotten a lot of rain last couple of days. Still get some more, so it's getting everything germinating fast. You see seeds popping up. And the beets. I don't know. Something got an 8 on them, or bugs ate the seeds, or what's going on. I'm gonna have to replant them today. But yeah, that's the reality of growing beets, of planting beets. Sometimes is that you just never know what you're gonna get. I mean, in years past, I've planted about 300 beet seeds, and you get about a third of them germinate sometimes. And then something happens to them once they do germinate. Rabbits eat them, bugs eat. I don't know. Something crazy happens with them every time. I love beets, but they can be frustrating when you're talking about getting the seeds to germinate and grow. This rosemary we transplanted and overwintered from last year is fantastic. Look at all this fresh growth. It is doing so good. If you're not aware, fresh rosemary is one of the greatest things you can grow. If you like to cook, it's the difference in dried rosemary that you buy out of the store and fresh rosemary that you grow is insane. Flavor wise, texture, everything, it's just so good. Angela Kay's over here thinning out some of these carrots that we planted. Carrot seeds are so difficult to get planted right. So you see, like, you get so many up there together. So you gotta thin them out. Don't you, Angela Kay?
Yep. Otherwise, they will come out all deformed.
Yeah. Like, how far apart do you want to try to get them?
Usually, with this bed last year, I tried to make sure that they were at least 1.5 inches to 2 inches apart.
Yeah, probably perfect scenario is probably 3 inches, but yep, you can get away with 2 inches in these beds. You can get away with 2 inches. These are Kuroda carrots. They're not new, they're not old, they're Kuroda. What's the difference in them, Ange?
Well, we found out that new Kuroda is essentially just a shorter Kuroda carrot. Or a mix of all the Kuroda carrots just thrown in one packet. And there's actually a short Kuroda and a long Kuroda. These are long Kurodas. Okay.
So one thing about seed buying is that, like, I don't think there's a law about what you call the seeds. I mean, honestly, tomatoes maybe have maybe a little more sensitive to this idea because heirloom tomatoes, they have a very specific name a lot of times. I don't know if there's any legal name on that, illegal thing on that either, by the way, but they're at least a more established name. When it comes down to buying heirloom seeds, seed companies call them what they call them. Honestly, I like Lacinato kale. It can be called Tuscan kale, Lacinato kale, dinosaur kale, something else. There's like 4 or 5 different names, it seems like, that you can get. It's all the same thing, every bit of. So sometimes, I'm not saying that this is the full intent of everybody, okay? But sometimes you might find a seed company that calls a seed a certain thing, and nobody else calls it that. So you buy that seed, and you're like, oh, I've never seen this before, it looks great. And maybe you say, oh, this is really cool, and then you look for it in another place, and you can't find that seed somewhere else. You know why? Because nobody else calls it that. So you're looking for a certain name of a product, you can't find it, so you get back to that same seed company to keep buying that, right? Even though another company might call it something else, and it'd be the exact same product. the exact same vegetable, right? So be aware, be aware that doesn't mean that they're trying to deceive you necessarily. I'm not going to try to be mean about it, but like they can call vegetables whatever they want to call them, right? So we've always bought new Carota carrots from somewhere, and they've got varying results. To be honest with you, varying results. And so this year we bought something just Carota carrots from another place, and this place says, well, this is called this because of this. They kind of shed some light on some of the variances you'll find, and basically it's a Carota carrot. There's short and long, and new Carota is just a mix. So you see that a lot with vegetable seeds. They can call it whatever they want. Okay, that's just reality. It doesn't mean it's anything different than what somebody else has. They just call it what they want. And as you see behind me, we still have some green stalks to plant. We got 2 green stalks, 2 5-tier original green stalks sitting here that we still got to plant today. And while we're at it, Greenstalk does have a sale going on right now through, it's like 4 a.m. on June 12th. So essentially June 11th, but if you're up after midnight, you can still get in on the sale till 4 a.m. on June 12th. And they have 2 new colors being introduced right now, just their seasonal colors. It's a lemon and a blueberry. I think Angela K might try to get a picture of them in right here for us. Beautiful colors, but everything, it's all those new colors are on sale. All right, essentially all the sale is just, it's the new colors. Everything, every variety of the 2 new colors, everything in those colors is on sale, 25% off. So you just get in on that, use our link in the description, use our promo code ART10, ART10, and you'll get an extra $10 off of that purchase. And it's outstanding, okay? They're so good, so great. Never go wrong with them. Get them in a 7-tier, 5-tier original, basket weave, original design, doesn't matter. 3 tiers are all amazing and beautiful. Be honest with you, I could take like 25, 30 of them. I love them. And now we got these 2 awesome 5-tier green stalks, original 5-tier green stalks stacked. We had a lot of soil in them already, so there was already a good amount of good soil in there. Now remember, use a good potting mix, a light potting mix when you plant them, because a topsoil or a garden soil one is just going to be too heavy. Even a lot of compost is just too heavy, and what it's going to do when this resin heats up in the summer, that soil is going to tighten up and constrict and compact like that, okay? And it's going to make it really hard for it to accept water, and it's going to make it really hard for it to allow roots to expand, okay? So you need a good, any kind of container gardening, you need light potting mix, okay? Just a good potting mix is going to be exactly what you need, and this is no different. So make sure you've got that in there. We're going to put some fresh potting mix in there. We use Happy Frog if we can find it. It's not easy to find, but we like to use Happy Frog potting mix or potting soil. It's called Happy Frog potting soil, potting mix. It's all pretty much the same, okay? But anyways, so we had kind of had to top them off a little bit with some potting soil, potting mix, whatever it is, and topped them off. Refertilized a little bit. Now these don't require a ton of fertilization. This is just this is White Dixie butter peas from Haas Tools. It's awesome. Now these are coated seeds. Okay, they're pink. They got a coating on there. We're not happy about that, but we really can't find them very much without that. So we deal with it. We checked into what their treatment is. It's not the worst. It's called Thiram, Thiram. It's not the worst. It's gonna be okay. If this is the worst thing we got to deal with as far as in our food, I think we'll make it. So, but we refertilized the soil, got them stacked up, ready to go. It's really easy to plant these seeds in here with them already being stacked. So we're going to go and do that. We're going to put 2 seeds in a pocket. Okay, 2 seeds in a pocket. It's going to give us 60 seeds in each stack here. So it's 120 seeds, well spaced. So it's going to be a really nice environment to grow a lot of really good butter peas, which are stinking delicious. If you're not aware of that, White Dixie butter peas is one of the most fabulous things that we grow. Okay, I love them. Good for you. Wonderful. You can actually, like keep civilization from starving to death with just butter peas. Okay, because they grow well, they grow in any environment, and they're super nutritious, got a lot of protein, a lot of fiber, a lot of just caloric intake in general, and they're easy to grow. They can handle drought, they can handle water, they can handle heat. They're amazing, and you can also save your seeds really easy from them as well. It's a fabulous, fabulous vegetable that everybody should grow. All right, these green stalks are finished, and now we've been working on trying to fill these grow bags with some soil, some old soil from last year and some compost, because we're trying to fill them for some sweet potatoes. Looking like we're going to have to go buy something, so we're kind of running out of time to do all that for this video. I think we should get another video in of how we done these, and we got a different kind of process we're going to go to too. So hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Stay tuned, because we got more garden stuff coming on, okay? More garden stuff, maybe some more baby chicks and things like that. So keep coming back. We do have some interesting things going on if you stinking care. All right, thank y'all so much for watching. I do appreciate it. My name is Jason. It's Art Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you. Goodbye.